I want to show you a representation of how I woke up this morning. Like, you would think I'm joking. Asleep. Wake up 2 minutes before my alarm went off. Immediately grabbed my phone, clicked on the Spotify app, and went on to I forgot you were there. For 1 second, I forgot you were there. So yeah, it's been a pretty depressing morning. I promised a reading vlog and I am gonna attempt to deliver her. Come with me. Please do come with me. Welcome to my library. This is my... Don't. Like, I know I'm the luckiest girl in the whole world. You do not have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. What I will tell you, my Kindle is my best friend. I freaking love my Kindle. There's actually nothing that can get me away from my Kindle. However, I have so many of these books here. These ones are unread physical copies. Why do I have so many? Don't. Shall I count them? Potentially you won't care, but also you might. So I'm going to count them for you right now, all the books that I haven't read that are on my bookshelf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 49 books at this current moment in time, girls, and that's just, it's just not good enough. It's not going to cut it. So I was thinking, what's going to be the best one to do, because it's currently the month of May, and for every single year, because May is my birthday, I like to treat myself to read whatever I want, which arguably, like, I read whatever I want anyway, but I mean, like, I read, like, I'm gluttonous with my reading in May. So yeah, I pretty much, it's just kind of a free-for-all, and I just do whatever the heck I want, even though that's not usually, but there's just a different mindset when it comes to reading in May. So I just finished Cindervale, which is The Sins of the Zodiac Academy, book 3. Book 4 is not out yet. I'm in my fantasy brain. There's just nothing that can get me out of it. I would really love to read Heated Rivalry because I'm obsessed with the show. I've literally watched it so many times, and I have all the books, so I do think that at some point I will be reading them, but I'm just, if I start reading romance, then I'll get stuck in a romance rut as well, and I won't want to read anything else. So I'm thinking, while I'm in my fantasy brain, I'm going to attempt something absolutely unrealistic, unachievable. Give me 1 sec. I present to you the culprit that we are going to attempt to read. I'm going to attempt to read this in a week. I can hear you. I can hear what you're saying. Iona, 1 week. 1 week, and it's like, it's not as if I have a week off. Like, oh wow. Look at the inside of the dust cover. I think for a book like this, you have to commit to it. Like, I can't pick this up over a whole month, and that's not going to happen because I'd love to read more in May. So I'm just going to try it, and because I'm doing it for a video as well, I'm like, you know what, girls, this will be achieved. This will be achieved. If you don't know what Alchemised is, it's by Senlin Yu, and they basically wrote fan fiction for Harry Potter 1 billion years ago about Draco and Hermione, and everyone has read it. I haven't read it, but it was called Manacled, and I think you could only get it off of that AO3 website, but you can't get it anymore because they basically took their story and changed it from being like in the Harry Potter world, because obviously that would be copyright, but they made it into like an actual book and they got published. Amazing work. We love to see indie writers getting their roses. Is that the right saying? You understand what I'm saying anyway. I'm really excited about it. I'm going to read you the blurb. Once a promising alchemist, Helena Marino is now a prisoner of war and her own mind. Once a promising alchemist, Helena Marino is now a prisoner of war and her own mind. Her resistance friends and allies have been brutally murdered, her abilities suppressed, and the world she knew destroyed. In the aftermath of a long war, Palladia's new ruling class of corrupt guild families and depraved necromancers whose vile undead creatures helped to bring about their victory holds Helena captive. According to the resistance records, she was a healer of little importance within her ranks, but Helena has inexplicable memory loss of the months leading up to her capture, making her enemies wonder, is she truly as insignificant as she appears, or are her lost memories hiding some vital piece of the Resistance final gambit? To uncover the memories buried deep within her mind, Helena is sent to the High Reeve, one of the most powerful and ruthless necromancers in this new world. Trapped on his crumbling estate, Helena's fight to protect her lost history and to preserve the last remaining shreds of her former self is just beginning. For her prison and captor have secrets of their own, secrets Helena must unearth, whatever the cost. That is freaking crazy. So I think it's like if they didn't win against Voldemort and Hermione is like being trapped by Draco. I'm not going to keep referencing Harry Potter throughout this because I know that this is like a whole separate thing now, and that's what I'm going to attempt. Yikes. Oh my god, the dust coming off this because I've had it for like a couple months and haven't read it. I'm so excited though. I love to read. A girl who loves to read. Me. I'm literally half an hour early for work because I forgot it was a bank holiday and there would be no traffic, obviously. I didn't get a lot of time to read yesterday at all, but I have been listening to the audiobook on my journey here, so let's see where I am. I'm literally only here. I'm 44 pages in and I'm only here. Oh my god, guys! I'm using a B&M receipt as my bookmark. Not that I don't have 1,000 bookmarks, but that's actually crazy. 44 pages and I'm only there. Oh no. I'm never gonna finish this freaking book, guys! I'm never gonna No, I am. And a lot of people told me, so basically, first thoughts of the first 44 pages, someone told me that the first part is like very, very boring, but you just have to get through it. I'm kind of eating it up. I'm kind of really enjoying it. I'm getting a lot of background. Know what my brain is doing though, which I think is making it more enjoyable for me. I'm listening to it or reading it and I'm thinking like, oh, how could this be Harry Potter and and oh, maybe this is this person and la la la, because I haven't read Manacled, so I don't know exactly who each character might be, so I'm having to work it out in my head, and that's kind of like a puzzle for me and I'm really enjoying it. Would I be enjoying it as much if I didn't know that? I couldn't tell you because I have one brain and that's what's happening with it. So I'm going to read a bit more before I go into work because I'm freaking half an hour early. But yeah, bye. I just finished my shift. Oh my gosh. I've never experienced a shift like that in my life. Let me find my phone so I can show you what my ordering is saying. 705 calories, and I was just in one bar the whole day. Like, how does that even happen? Caravan core! I love my caravan! I love my caravan so bad. I'm so freaking tired. I'm gonna make some dinner and then just read. I have a new spot here and a new one here. So after my skin being so fabulous and gorgeous, she's decided, nah, you deserve a little spot, but I'm gonna not pick them. This is the plan. Put on dinner, jump in for shower, jammies, eat dinner, read until I fall asleep. And I really want to stay up and see the Met Gala looks, but I just know that's not gonna happen. I would need to nap now and then stay up, and that's just gonna mess me up for tomorrow, so I'm not doing it. I can just see the looks tomorrow. It took me so long to get home today. The traffic was insane. I listened to more of it and I have thoughts. So I'm no longer seeing them as the characters. Well, I am a little bit, because actually the voice actors in the audiobook, it sounds like freaking Hermione and Draco. That they've picked actors because of that 100%. But how they look and stuff is quite different. Like Helena is Hermione. She has long, dark, like black hair, which like that's not the Hermione we know and love. So yeah, this is Helena, and then what's his name? We've just been introduced to the guy that's like or whatever, and he does have white hair, but he didn't always have white hair. Interesting. And he has a wife. Interesting. Because in my head I thought this was like enemies to lovers, but he has a wife, and I'm going to be angry about that either way. Even though the wife is actually awful, I don't care. I don't care either way. I don't care if it was a marriage of like they shoved them together status or whatever. I don't care. Don't cheat on your wife. Basically everyone's dead is what I'm coming to realise, and there's necromancers, so they basically like, she's bumping into people and she's lost a lot of memories, and they're trying to unlock her memories because they think that her memories have been hidden for some reason. I think I told you this at the start because it's in the blurb, but her memories have been hidden, so they think that there's some like intel in that they need to get out that's like really important. So she can't really remember anything. She can remember some stuff, but she can't remember what she's forgot. They're walking her through the hall at one of these institutions, and she sees someone she recognises, and she's like, oh my gosh, and they go up to her and they're like looking at her, but it's not them anymore, because the necromancers, if their body gets so badly injured, they can jump into someone else's body. I'm not really sure on how it works yet though, so we shall see, but that's really disgusting. I really don't love that at all, but it will be interesting to see if that comes up in the future of like, I don't know, jumping into different bodies. Intriguing. And the magic's quite different as well. It's all like alchemy and metals and stuff, which I'm used to reading about from reading Mistborn. It's not the exact same, but I think if I hadn't had that background knowledge of Mistborn, then I would maybe be a bit lost on the magic system and stuff. But basically she can use the energy in different metals and stuff, and she was a healer. She didn't do any of the fighting, she did all the healing aspect. But actually all of her files, like all of the files in the hospital that she like worked at or whatever, hardly any of them have her name on it for like being a healer, because you have to sign off on stuff for patients. Interesting, that shall definitely come up, I know it shall. The audiobook is like 40 hours long. I wish I was lying. Let me see. Okay, so maybe I am lying. It's 36 hours long. That's a lot. That's like a lot of hours. Am I gonna get this finished this week? I'm really gonna try my best. I think I'll listen to the audiobook and read for a bit as well, really immerse myself in it.
Her last memory with a clear date was the hearing about Lina Bay, which meant that she had no memory of nearly 19 months of the war. It blurred out of focus when she tried to think back.
Okay, so I'm on page 266, guys. Work was so busy yesterday, and I'm just not used to putting in a graft anymore. I really am not. Those days were behind me. Listening to the audiobook on the journey home, so that was like another hour that I listened to, and then when I got home and had my dinner and lay down staring at the ceiling for a while to, you know, recuperate, regenerate my soul, I started reading it again, and guys, a really distressing scene happened that I am also grateful I wasn't driving while I listened to it, and I'm also grateful I wasn't listening to the audiobook of the scene too, because holy moly me oh my, it was rough. It really was. I think it's chapter 14. What I will say is, it's my fault that I didn't properly check the trigger warnings, because there was a page at the start that said like, listen, there might be some triggering things in here, so just pre-warning, but it didn't say specifics, and usually I'm fine with everything, but that, I read that and I said, I don't like how I feel right now. So I ended up just putting on a YouTube video and then going to sleep because I just couldn't read anymore. I was like, I need a step back. I need a little break from that. And then this morning I woke up and I was just getting stuff done, and I was like, oh, this is my kind of morning of chill time because I have clients from like 3 till 8 tonight, so I won't have much time to read anything then. So I was like, why don't I take some time now and read? And there was just absolutely nothing in me that could get me back into that book. Like I did just struggle. Oh, my rain. I struggled to get back into it. I said, okay, I'm going to go to the gym and I'll listen to the audiobook and that'll get me back into it. So I went to the gym, I'm on the treadmill, and then another scene starts, the same thing of what the chapter 14 one was. I think it might be like chapter 17 or something. And I was on the treadmill and I just had to like stop running, and I was just walking, and I was like, oh, why is this? Why are we doing it? Because how can we come back from this? Like, I just don't see us coming back from this at all. It's giving, what's that called, where you fall in love with your captor? Stockholm Syndrome. There we go, I knew I would get it. What's his name? Guys, there's just, I only carry information that I really, really need. His surname Stroud, so like Malfoy, but like his surname Stroud, that's really, I don't love that. Maybe that's why I don't remember it. His first name's nice, but I can't remember what it is. Girl, I can't remember, I don't know. Nothing. I read books for vibes, nothing else. And I am enjoying it, and I am going to keep reading it, but I just want you to know that, like, really distressing scenes, for sure. And please double check your trigger warnings. My fault. I should have checked it. Are you looking at this tangerine? I know. Anyway. Okay, here's the situation. The last time I spoke to you, I was in a relationship. I still lived at home. So much for reading it in a week, honestly. I am going to say that this probably only took me like a week to read, but in terms of filming and such, I was going through life changes on the same day. I'll also tell you that on the exact same day, which is really fun and nice and gorgeous. So yeah, but any hoozles. So I took a break from reading this because I took a break from pretty much everything other than, you know, working, uniing and mindlessly scrolling and doing house things. And I also got sick a little, so that was, yeah, my body just does not cope well with stress at all. I have finished this now. I really, really enjoyed this book. I really, truly, like, the actual story, I think, was really in-depth, fabulous. A lot of it, I didn't really know what way it was going to go at all, and I think it was good that I didn't read Manacled before I read this, and I haven't read Manacled yet either, but I think I will go back and read it because a lot of the characters in here, I was obviously, as you can tell, I was comparing them, but a lot of them I didn't know who they were supposed to be, so I wasn't. Like, I kept thinking one was McGonagall, or what's her name? McGonagall? And then I didn't know who Snape was. Like, my brain was very much, okay, I can only deal with the information that I've been given, which I think was a good thing. I would say after part 1, that was kind of around about the time that I had to take a break from it too, because it was just, please read your trigger warnings. Girl, I swear to God, I'm so glad we had resolutions for them near the end, and we kind of saw our characters working through that, but I cannot describe the emotional turmoil that I went through when reading this. Like, it was very much spreading into my own life. I was not sleeping surrounding this because I just kept thinking about it, and it was horrible. Like, it really, really was horrible. And then part 2, so much fun because you go all the way back in time to before I think it's a couple years before, gets found. So it's while she's in the resistance, and like her relationship with Luke, who is Harry, and such. So you get to see a lot of that, and oh my gosh, the information you learn is just so good, and the scenes are so good. I would love to see like an actual film of this, or TV show, because it's so long. Like I just don't think you'd be able to cover it all in a film. Very interesting. You get so much backstory. As an information collector, as a reader and a therapist, I like having more information. Part 2 gives you it. And then part 3, it is like a resolution. The first part is the trauma, second part is the therapy, because you're understanding everything that's happening, you're gaining more information. And then the third part, did I say second, third? Anyway, this part at the end is resolution, and it's moving forward and what that looks like, and it's just really beautiful. I will say the scene that got me most, where I was like tears, was the very last scene. This character goes into a library and opens a book about the war. Don't get me started. Also, another part which really killed me, which I'm not telling you because I'm not going to spoil, how someone came about who wasn't the main characters, but it was someone else. I feel like if you've read it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Gut-wrenching. Really terrible. Check trigger warnings, but I think you should read this. It was so fun, and I'm actually really glad that I kind of really divulged myself in it and just sat down and really made an effort to kind of read it quite quickly. I think if I was reading this over a couple of weeks or even a couple of months, I wouldn't have been as in the story as I was. Like, I was thinking about this all the time. I had it on audiobook as well while I was like running or while I was driving, and it really made me like immerse myself in this world. Yeah, so that was my experience of the book, and now I'm going to move out and I'm single, so I feel like I need to read Manacled now. No, right now I actually have to pack up this library because I am moving in 2 days, so I'm going to go do that. But thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed this video. Not me being a reader. I have privated all of my TikTok and Instagram, so if you follow me there, you will get to see the things that I potentially post or don't post, because I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue posting. I'll see how I feel. But YouTube, my one true love. I will never give you up for anything. And I'm actually at the point, I feel like I need to have a sitting conversation about this, but I'm very much, and I think I've always been here, but I've just never admitted it, I'm not interested in becoming a influencer. I'm not interested in selling you things or like discount codes for things that it's like material things. Like, I'm not really ever interested in selling you something. What I would love to sell you is like being able to critically think and challenging your thoughts and pushing yourself out your boundaries and having confidence. Like, I would love to be able to share that in snippets of my life in like an entertaining way. And I have such a passion for filming and editing and capturing videos like that. I love it, so I don't think I could ever give that up. But yeah, YouTube is my smallest platform, but she's my favourite and she always will be my favourite. So my other accounts are privated, and I don't ever think I'll go back from that. But I have you, who's not private, but that's okay because she's small. Okay, that's all.